All right, y'all, we are back with another video, and man, oh man, here we go again. The left is attacking Mike Johnson once again. Since he's been voted in, they just been going at this man. I mean, just going at him. Now, I got this one from a liberal high mind, and he said, okay, so this is why they hate him. So pretty much the left hate him, of course. You know, they don't like anything Donald Trump do. If he endorsed, whether it's him endorsing Jim Jordan or endorsing Mike Johnson, it don't matter. They gonna find something mean and bad to try to say about this person. Everybody agree that Mike Johnson so far has been doing a great job. But yet, here come the left with all the attacks towards this man. It is just crazy to me. Crazy. But we're going to check this video out so I can see exactly what's going on, because I'm hearing a lot of folks say that he's constantly getting attacked every day by the left. I even seen this right here where somebody was like, the more leftist hates and attacks Johnson, the more assurance I felt he's the right guy as speaker. This is it is absolutely ridiculous how the left has gone crazy because Mike is a religious person. But I'm telling you, they'll just try to find anything to try to go at you and just try to attack you. Now, before we get to the video, make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everybody showing so much support. Everybody been leaving positive comments in the comment section. And I also want to thank everybody that clicked on this video for the very first time. And shout out to everybody that's been watching the entire video. I really, really appreciate it, because YouTube will share the video more if y'all watch it all the way to the end and hit that like button. That will really, really help me out and get my video showed to more people so the channel can continue to grow. I appreciate everybody that does that. All right. Without further ado, let's dive straight in, y'all, and let's see, I guess, some of the mean stuff that they trying to say about this man, which is just crazy because Mike Johnson has been doing a good job so far. Let's go.
Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind. We've got some slimy leftist lies to get into today.
Here we
You
go.
know, it seems like Democrats just learned who Mike Johnson is. They're hitting the panic button as they realize their strategy backfired spectacularly.
Yep.
They thought they were sowing discord and dysfunction in the Republican ranks by voting with Matt Gaetz to unseat Kevin McCarthy. Little did they know, they pretty much got their worst nightmare as the new Speaker of the House. Let's call him MAGA Mike Johnson. And now all of a sudden they're realizing we've made a grave mistake. Oh no, what did we do? Well, as per usual, you leftoids.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
You played yourself, stupid. And now all of a sudden, the media campaign begins. The alarm bells are ringing. And now we're seeing exactly why the left is so incredibly scared of Speaker Mike Johnson. Newsflash. These outraged leftoids are doing what they do best, acting like a bunch of bigots. And of course, spreading fake news and bullshit propaganda. Let me show you guys exactly what's going on. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks, so it's no wonder why they can't stand Mike Johnson. It's no wonder why they're feeling such incredible regret and fear after Mike took the position.
I am a Bible-believing Christian. Someone asked me today in the media, they said, it's curious, people are curious, what does Mike Johnson think about any issue under the sun? I said, well, go pick up a Bible off your shelf and read it. That's my worldview.
You heard that right. The Bible doesn't just inform his worldview, it is his worldview.
Republicans unanimously voted in Mike Johnson, an extreme far-right religious ideologue from Louisiana.
This guy's a Christian nationalist.
He is a Christian nationalist.
When you're this much of a religious fanatic, there is no room for real democracy.
He is a very loyal soldier to the far-right movement.
A low-ranking far-right Republican.
Johnson, a hard-right conservative.
A hard-right conservative.
A hard-line conservative.
Far-right, far Christian right.
Far-right extreme.
Extreme, far-right.
Far-right, far-right. Much further to the right.
The reason this guy is speaker is none of us had the time to read his resume and realize he's David Duke light.
MAGA Mike Johnson, there's a reason why they call him that.
The MAGA faction, the anti-democracy faction, the far right, won.
Does this signal that he and his extreme views represent the Republican Party?
Mike Johnson has an affable personality, okay? These are the most dangerous types.
Hardline conservative but palatable.
He will say the craziest things with just the most mild-mannered milquetoast tone.
He had, this Ned Flanders vibe.
Jim Jordan with a jacket and a smile.
Jim Jordan with a jacket and a smile.
It was very clear that he was, despite that Ned Flanders vibe, a fire-breathing conservative.
Johnson is more dangerous than Donald Trump because Johnson actually wants to make America into a Christian theocracy.
I use the word bigot pretty accurately, I'd
more
say.
dangerous?
Mike Johnson, far-right, Christo-fascist. Oh no, he's Christian, he's religious. He's the worst thing to ever happen.
Let me take
really,
that back.
I mean, pretty accurately,
Jordan with a jacket and a smile.
It was very clear that he was, despite that Ned Flanders vibe, a fire-breathing conservative.
Johnson is more dangerous than Donald Trump because Johnson actually wants to make America into a Christian theocracy.
I use the word bigot pretty accurately, I'd say. Mike Johnson, far-right, Christo-fascist. Oh no, he's Christian, he's religious. He's the worst thing to ever happen. Really, I mean, when did this kind of BS start? Being religious is somehow a bad thing, being part of the major religion that was a core tenet of the founding of the nation is somehow dangerous.
Right.
It's this dangerous ideology that we're now fear-mongering with. How utterly ridiculous. The left will stop at nothing. They've got nothing on this guy. Mike Johnson, he's relatively new to Congress. I think he was elected back in 2017. He never really had a public profile, let's say, kind of keeping his presence on the down low. He's got a stellar track record when it comes to voting. He's got very clear stances, and yes, they are based in his religious views, but none of it's scary. I wouldn't say I'm particularly religious. I just simply wasn't raised that way, but I'm certainly not an atheist, and I believe in something. And even though I haven't ascribed to any particular religion, I do share most religious values. And when it comes to politics, whether it be pro-life, I mean, the list really goes on. I do align myself mostly with the religious crew in terms of my ethics and my values. Essentially, the point that I'm trying to make is I pretty much have most of the same stances as Mike Johnson. I think most of it is common sense, traditional values, ethics, doing the right thing, living a proper life, protecting the sanctity of life. I think that's a really important thing as well. I don't even know if we should really classify these stances as theocratic or religious or faith-based, because a lot of people who aren't deeply religious have pretty much the same values. There's nothing controversial or scary about Christian values. Like I stated earlier, they're kind of the core tenets of American society. I mean, it's the fabric of American society, at least the American society that used to exist and that made the nation great. But the left, of course, turns everything political. And so what are they going to do? They're going to fear-monger as if Christian right-wing nationalists, those are real scary people. I've looked over Mike Johnson extensively. There's nothing scary about it. The only thing that's scary is that most likely him in the leadership position is going to cause some sort of Republican alignment where people kind of come together, finally. Most likely we're going to see some strong leadership for once, or at least stronger leadership than we saw with Kevin McCarthy, and most importantly, conservative values will be upheld and respected in the House for once. And that, my friends, that right there probably has leftoids in a state of extreme panic. And so what do? They do what they always do when their back's against the wall, act in such bigoted nature, pushing ridiculous hit pieces, fear-mongering framing and narratives as if he's this, scary religious fundamentalist guy, when really he's very much just a classical conservative who has deeply held religious values. That's probably a good thing. I don't understand where this idea came from that religion is somehow a bad thing. Are there certain negative elements, interpretations of certain religions that create, extremist fundamentalism? Absolutely, that happens. Do we see some people take advantage of religion and become false prophets or for-profit preachers?
That's what I was trying to figure. I'm like, just because he religious, and look how they just straight attacked him. You know what I'm talking about? They're going to literally say that Mike Johnson is more dangerous than Donald Trump when Donald Trump ain't dangerous. Why are you saying he's more dangerous? Donald Trump ain't dangerous. Mike Johnson ain't dangerous. These are the two people that are trying to make America great again. While Joe Biden is sitting in there destroying everything, but yet y'all won't talk about Joe Biden and what he's doing and why the country is in the places it's in now because of him. But now y'all want to attack this man. He's far right. He's that. He's this. We can't trust him. He just a Jim Jordan in a coat with a smile. Like all this name calling is ridiculous to me. Like, come on. What has Mike Johnson did to them to make them all go after this man? Say all this dumb stuff to this man and about this man. Just because where he believe in? It bothers y'all? Boy, I told you, these leftists are something else, man. If they cannot find something on you, they'll just try to put something on you. Oh, they be like, oh, well, let me find something. The reason we don't like Mike Johnson, let's think of something. Oh, he's religious. Let's get him. Let's just use that because we ain't got nothing else to go at him about. Just like I brought up the fact that they wouldn't be going after Trump if he wasn't running for president. I've said that plenty of times. And if you heard other people that's way bigger than me that say the same thing, if Trump wasn't running for president, they would not be bothering this man at all. But yet now, this New York Civil trial, they bringing the man family into it. Trying to tell this man where his businesses are worth. Like, come on. Every time Trump endorsed somebody, they go after that person. They already going after Trump. They trying their best to get him out the race because he's winning by a landslide right now, which I still believe Trump will win next year in 2024. They look at it one time to elect now because it'll be over with. Trump will be in there right now. So they trying to stop that. So every time Trump endorsed somebody, just like when he was saying something about Jim Jordan, you started to hear that. You started to hear him come out and say something about him. But as soon as Mike Johnson got elected, all hell broke loose. So now they just going after Mike Johnson, just attacking this man for no reason. Man.
Of course, I mean, there's negative anywhere you look. But religion as a whole is the only reason we are where we are. The cultural set of ethics that was set by religion, through religion, is the reason we have civilized society today. The idea that religion is somehow a bad thing or that religious people should be feared is absolutely insane. You know, white Christian people, the most demonized people of America, are some of the nicest, most generous, hospitable, undoubtedly ethical people in our society. I'm not scared of Mike Johnson. I applaud Mike Johnson. And the idea that he's religious, the idea that he has faith and he is faithful to it, faithful to his ideas, to his family, to his community, to upholding a certain moral code and living a good Christian life, I view that as a positive. I view it as we probably need more of that today and probably less of the nonsense that we see in Hollywood. You know, let's be real, the borderline, if not, I mean, totally satanic crap that is coming out of Hollywood. You know, once again, leftists are showing their bigoted side. Imagine pushing this kind of rhetoric about any other politician attaching a fear-mongering narrative about said person's religion. Imagine doing that with Rashida Tlaib or Ilhan Omar or any Jewish member of Congress. You would be lambasted as a horrible human being, a bigot, a racist, yada, yada, yada.
Just like they say, they turn everything political. Everything. This man should not be getting attacked like this because something that he believes in. This is just ridiculous. And I've heard people say this plenty of times. If they can't find something on you, they got to put something on you and run with it. They just got to run with it. And this is the world we live in when it comes to these leftists. This is what they do. Anybody Donald Trump support or whatever the case may be, they're going after them. If Jim Jordan would have been the one that got elected, they'll be talking about him. You already heard one woman say something about, he Jim Jordan in a coat with a smile. You know what I'm saying? Putting Jim Jordan in, and Jim Jordan ain't even the speaker. But see, that's what they're gonna have. That's what they do.
But apparently it's okay to do it with Mike Johnson. Absolutely horrible. Leftists are the bigots that they claim the other side is. They are horrible. You know, they wonder why nobody trusts the leftist media. They wonder why we rag on them all the time. It's because of your behavior. You know, those clipped up news segments that I showed you guys earlier, how horrible is that? And when they're not attacking him and his religion like bigots, what are they doing? They're spreading fake news. Like real overt garbage fake news. Here's a piece from the Rolling Stone. Speaker of the House Mike Johnson admitted that he and his son monitored each other's porn intake in a resurfaced clip from 2022. This got 20 million views. this little tweet right over here. And most people read the article headline, then moved on and made, whatever assumption you could be led to believe by this ridiculous article framing. But the reality, however, is something I'd argue a lot more wholesome, and again shows the type of person that he is and the type of family that he's raising.
Because there are some good things with technology, of course. The Bible apps we all love. We broadcast our services, on our social media, and there's some very positive things, but there's also, as Clint's pointed out aptly, some really dark things. So Covenant Eyes is the software that we've been using a long time in our household. I first learned about it at, I think, a Promise Keepers event in the early 2000s. I think it was developed in about the year 2000. But it's the largest accountability software that there is, and there's some paperwork out there on the table that I think everybody may have picked up on the way in. If not, go get it. It's a subscription-based. We don't make any money on this. I'm telling you, we use it. Okay, I'm endorsing it because I'm a user. It's about $15 a month, $16 a month, something like that. And you get up to 10 devices. And what it is, it's accountability software. So men in a church, men's Bible study groups will do it. That's how it's presented at Promise Keepers. But they also mention, hey, when your kids become teenagers, especially if you have boys, dads, they're talking to the guys at this event, you might want to think about doing this with your sons. And so we've been doing that. And so what it does real simply is it has an algorithm and software. It's way above my head how it works, but it scans, you obviously opt into it, but it scans all the activity on your phone or your devices, your laptop, tablet, what have you. We do all of it. And then it sends a report to your accountability partner. So my accountability partner right now is Jack, my son, right? And so he's 17. So he and I get a report of all the things that are on our phones or all of our devices once a week. If anything objectionable comes up, your accountability partner gets an immediate notice. I'm proud to tell you my son he's got a clean slate, all right? Yeah. But we get a report and it says, hey, no activity of concern, and it's really, really sensitive. It'll pick up almost anything. It looks for keywords, search terms, and also images, and it will send your accountability partner a blurred picture of the image.
They framed it as if he's some sort of creep, looking at adult entertainment with his son, monitoring each other's tastes.
And that's exactly what they did. They framed it and made it seem like he was talking about, like what he said earlier, corn. Let's just say corn. But I'm telling you, man, they will twist your words around. That's the reason why Donald Trump always said CNN is fake news. That's why he constantly attacks them, because they always lying. They always got to twist your words around and make it seem like you said something when you didn't. That's what they do.
And what they're looking at, like, what kind of fake news clickbait garbage is that? The reality is they use an app to monitor their child's internet usage as he's a minor and they care about his development. Just disgusting. Utterly disgusting stuff, but also pretty much everything you'd expect from the lying, lamestream leftist garbage media. Anyways, that's what I got for you guys on this one. Hopefully you enjoyed it.
Shout out to Liberal High, man. Shout out to him, man, for another great video. But as y'all can see, they keep attacking Mike Johnson. They lying on this man, trying to say him and his son watching this. Like, this stuff just has to stop. Then calling this man more dangerous than Donald Trump. How is Donald Trump dangerous? But y'all won't sit there. Why y'all ain't calling Joe Biden dangerous for these wars and stuff going on? That he can't stop the illegal immigrants coming in. Why y'all ain't talking about that? Donald Trump haven't said or did anything dangerous. Mike Johnson haven't said or did anything dangerous. What they do is clip up stuff and just try to flip it around and try to put words in your mouth. That's what they do. And this right here is crazy, y'all. But shout out to everybody that made it to the end of the video. Let me know in the comments section what y'all thought about this. I will be reading the comments because, like I said, the hate has to stop. They got to stop attacking this man. Just because you hate Donald Trump and anybody he endorsed, he talked good about, y'all got to run and attack him. It just seems like that's just what it is. But like I said, make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.